see you. I know you're probably like, what's happening, Noah? Why are you traveling to New England? Well, I'm not Noah anymore. Noah, why are you living here? Great question. How about I just show you? This is why I love living in Connecticut. Has an quick train ride. You get this. We're in Bryant Park right now. We're about to go see a Broadway show, but you didn't come to see me go see a Broadway show. You came to see me go to the smallest state in the freaking world. Earth. USA. Guys, I'm flustered. Let's go to Rhode Island. You guys understand it now? I live in New England. I gotta explore it. Peace. Anyway, let's flash back to February 22 and go on a quick 3-hour train ride up the coast of New England. Just so everyone knows, traveling by train is one of the most magical experiences. It is so nice to just stare out the window and contemplate and to just listen to music. I love it so much. It's so nice. I made it to Providence. Don't know where I'm going though. Once I got camera ready, it was time to explore. It's pretty nice today. It's kind of cold, but kind of not cold. Providence seems cute though. There's no one out, which I appreciate. Well, we're gonna take the bus to Newport, so let's go find the bus station. After an 1.5-hour bus ride, I made it to Newport, a beautiful city in Rhode Island known for mansions, shopping, and scenery. It is a gorgeous town, and I was so excited to explore it, to take some pictures, and to see historic buildings. Kind of obsessed with her. She's cute. It was time for a lunch break, so I decided to do a little picnic moment outside. Of course, it didn't work out. It was windy as frick. I was freezing. My hands were shaking, so I decided it was better to take my things indoors. I went into the public library and was going to eat there, but of course, it was awkward as frick. It was super quiet in there, and let's just say I'm kind of a loud eater. After being the loudest patron in the library, I left, and it was time to explore the most famous part of Newport. Its mansions. I made my way to arguably the most famous mansion in the entire city, the Breakers. It was a summer house for Cornelius Vanderbilt, but honestly, it should have just been his full-time house because it was gorgeous. To tour this stunning piece of history from the Gilded Age, you need to get a ticket, and it costs $20. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it, I would say. And make sure to take pictures, but do not set your camera down to take pictures because that is apparently against the rules.
Oh, please, sir. You can't put anything down.
Okay, sorry. Of course, that didn't really stop me from placing my camera down. I still needed to get cute shots of me walking around the place, right? Anyway, it was super cool to tour this summer cottage. It was crazy to think this was not even the first home for someone. This was just their second home that they would go to in the summer. Like, imagine having that much luxury in your life. Can't relate. I just toured the Breakers mansion. Expensive, but really cool. A little awkward because I got in trouble for putting my camera down to film myself. It's like a historic mansion from the Gilded Age. The age when all these people got rich and everyone else got poor. Touring the Breakers was a great activity to do alone. I really recommend it for any solo travelers. It was really peaceful. After touring the mansion, I decided I needed to get some nature in me, so it was time for a walk. We're doing the cliff walk. It is extremely, not really that cold, just my fingers. They're so cold all the time. I was today years old when I realized you could you could surf in Rhode Island. There's some people out there surfing it up. Surf's up, aloha. I'm just like, it's literally February. The cliff walk is an enchanting 3.5-mile walk through ocean views, crashing waves, and the Gilded Age mansions. It's a really interesting little trail to do, and I would recommend doing it when it's a little bit warmer. But if you like the cold, I guess you could still do it when you're freezing. It just won't be as enjoyable, but it still will be pretty picturesque. And conveniently, the cliff walk starts right at the end of Breakers Mansion, so you can just go to Breakers and then walk down the coastline. Oh, so gorge. It was time to end my day in Newport. I had to walk back to the bus stop, which was a really cold walk. I walked so much that day, but I grabbed a cookie on my way back, and it gave me the energy to make it through the night and to get back to Providence to find my hostel in the city. I made it to my hostel. This is my first time ever in a hostel ever. I've never used a hostel. It was a good day. A little too windy. I'll see you tomorrow. I was extremely lucky because I had my hostel room to myself, so it was gonna be a good night. And let me just say, it was a pretty good night. And it's a new morning. It's a good morning too. I'm just packing up. For this trip, I managed to fit everything in that backpack. It was really nice to just pack light for this trip, since I could always go everywhere. I wasn't limited by my suitcase and my luggage. And my first stop of the day was to hit the State House in downtown Providence. I got hot hands because my hands were freezing. After exploring the Vatican-inspired state capitol, I made my way to a park that commemorates the founder of Rhode Island. Providence is cute. We're exploring some historic sites. Let's go be escorted. I first hit the old State House, where Rhode Island became the first state to re-announce its allegiance to Britain. I'm obsessed with this building. Although I have no idea what this building is, it was really cute and I enjoyed it. I meandered my way through the streets, and I had a Google map where I saved different spots that I wanted to hit, but I didn't limit myself to only those spots. I kind of just explored and went with whatever was intriguing and catching my eye. I went uphill to Prospect Terrace, which is a site that commemorates Roger Williams, who founded the state. He fled Puritan persecution in Massachusetts, but it was a really cute site for views, and I recommend going there. It's really cute. Why is this so peaceful and just quaint and charming? Let's see if Insomnia Cookies is open. Too lazy to check, but I want cookies. Unfortunately, I must report that I did not get any cookies. It was not opened. However, I was in the area near Brown University, so I said, screw it, I'm going back to school. I enjoyed the vibes inside, and I liked pretending I was a college student, but I really just liked warming up my hands and escaping the brutal cold I was experiencing. But it was time to go back outside. I stopped by an historic landmark, home of the Stevens Hopkins house. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. He also owned slaves, so keep that in mind. Along Benefit Street, I stopped by the First Unitarian Church of Providence, and it was probably one of the most gorgeous buildings in the whole city. Then I stopped by the John Brown House, the first mansion built in Rhode Island, but we need to also remember John Brown was a slave trader, and that's how he got a lot of his wealth. So just keep that in mind too. These hot hands are still hot. Hot hands changed this trip. They made it so much better. I mean, it just started really, but still. I think I just loved how quaint Providence was. It had history, but it was still a bustling city, and it was just really cool to go around the sights. As my day was coming to a close, I visited the Riverwalk, an area where there's a lot of public art and cultural events. It was really a vibe. I also stopped by the First Baptist Church in America because back in the day, Baptists fled New England and sought refuge in Rhode Island. It was a place of religious freedom. This city has it all. I'm shook. I love it. I'm about to head to the train to Boston. Let's hope I don't miss it. I'm not gonna miss it, but yeah, let's go to Boston. Before this vlog closes, let me just say I got a really bad haircut right before filming this. That's why my hair looks like this. My trains keep getting delayed. I've been waiting for like hours, 2 hours. But it's snowing outside, so I went outside. I'm sick of it being delayed. My hot hands are hot though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed traveling to Rhode Island with me. It was a really cute city and I learned so much. I'll see you in Boston next week. If I ever make it. I do, just kidding.